So my concern about universities is the length of time that it takes to get a new university course agreed and accredited, and within the tech industry we're innovating so fast that at the moment the universities can't keep up with us. So if you go to a university and say there's an innovation in the tech industry and we'd like a new university course, it takes them a year to get approval. They then have to spend another year hiring a lecturer, and then it takes 3 years for the graduates to come through the system. So 5-year innovation cycle doesn't really work in the tech industry.
What's the solution?
I think the solution is to change what universities are offering to make it much more of a skills-based. So I'm looking for collaboration skills, teamwork skills, communication skills, and then when I hire them into the organisation, I'll then teach them the content, because then I'm teaching the innovative content that I'm using at that point in time, rather than relying on something I might have learned 3 years ago, which is now out of date. I think there are some barriers within schools. So for me, digital and tech should be a completely integrated part of our education system, and that we should be using technology as part of our education right from primary school all the way through. So it shouldn't be subject specific, it shouldn't be I'm now doing IT, it should be that IT is throughout the whole curriculum and throughout the whole educational experience, and it just becomes part of their everyday life, because the future is that they will use tech in their everyday life. I think digital exclusion is a really important point, and I think that there are some governmental things that we should be thinking about. So there's lots of conversations at the moment about urban versus rural, and I think there are conversations for the future around UK versus global. So tech is going to be a global market, and therefore we need to compete on a global basis, which means we have to have the infrastructure and the technology and the skills to deal with that speed of innovation around the world, not just in the UK. So we need to solve some infrastructure issues as well. I think they're huge. I think they're huge. So I live in a rural area at the moment. My children go to school in an urban area. They come home with homework to look things up on the web or to play them on iPlayer, and they can't, because it just buffers, because our internet connection's not fast enough. And because I live in a rural area, I can't access the internet other than through a normal connection. I can't get cable, I can't get satellite. So it starts to become a real issue as they get older.